Alright. What's the story about anyway? Well, I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. That's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison. Well, that's some light reading, I guess, right? And the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. But the facility gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to... Oh, that might be a little bit of a spoiler. I mean, it sounds a little hardcore to me. But anyway, I'm really into it. Fair. The book, I mean. Not the thing about the limbs. That's kind of dark, isn't it? You made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Chad? No, it's not that. Of course, he's a fan of dismemberment, I guess, right? I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that this kind of story, it's just that kind of challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway. Then suddenly... I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem when I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts. I got like my half of that. I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate after reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. Ah, that's it. No, that's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it. Right? Yes. I mean, you don't have to, but... what are you saying? Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just it's something I'm not very used to. That is reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. Open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but a feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just... Okay. Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do. I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Yeah, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right arm to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb until it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer than before. It's all part of the plan, Chad. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page. Oh, sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over Yuri's face again. Her eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it on by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. No, I don't relate to this character at all. She doesn't seem very happy about that. Definitely not, really. I was just thinking the way she second guesses things she says, and all that. That's what you were talking about. Sorry, I thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet, so I don't know why that came into my head. Yuri, are you feeling okay? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... My breathing? Yuri puts her hand on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water. Alright, don't push yourself. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? Chad? Did something happen just now? I have no idea. Yuri's acting a little strange, I guess. So you don't know anything? Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? No, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her. Nothing? Don't worry, I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while, so I figured we'd start without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, and then slip it back into my bag. Clearly Natsuki. Hope she's still alive over there. Well, it's not terrible, but it's pretty disappointing after your last one. Oh no, Natsuki! Have I let you down? Then again, if this one was as good as your last one, I would be completely pissed. Well, I guess I wanted to try something a little different this time. Fair enough, you're still new at this, so I wouldn't expect you to find your style right away. I mean, everyone in the club writes really differently from each other. So did I make Yuri happy with my last poem? Is that why I've spent most of the day with her today instead of Natsuki? God, the game's making me think again. Maybe you'll find a little influence from all of us. For instance, I noticed that you were spending some time with Yuri today. Not that I care who you spend your time with. After all, I was taught never to expect anything from anybody. So it's not like I was waiting for you or anything. Still, you should at least look over my poem. You'll probably be able to learn something from it. I don't know about that. We got some letters, some numbers. It's beautiful. Chad, why didn't you come read with me today? I'm sorry, Natsuki. I would have if I could have. I was waiting for you. I was waiting for a long time. It was the only thing I had to look forward to. Oh god, now I feel awful. I mean, if I would have read with you, Natsuki. I only like Yuri. Do you? No, I do not. I think you're better off not associating with her. I mean, maybe from the way she reads and stuff. I don't know. Natsuki, you're the only one for me. Are you listening to me? Yuri is a sick freak. Wow. That should be obvious by now. She's a little different. That's true. But you don't have to be so harsh. So just play with me instead. You got something going on? Okay. You don't hate me, Chad, do you? No, of course not. Do you hate me? Do you want me to make me go home crying? The club is the only place I feel safe. Don't ruin that for me. Don't ruin it. Please. Just stop talking to Yuri. Play with me instead. It's all I have. Play with me. Play with me. Oh. Wow. I don't know if my heart can handle that. I guess we'll just go on like nothing happened. My dear Natsuki might be dead. Not sure what to do about that. Guess we'll just read some more poems. Hi again, Chad. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. I want to share what you wrote for today. Sure, here you go. Give my poem to Monica. Alright, great job, Chad. I was going oh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it always counts when I put in effort. Aha, that's very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know, that Yuri likes this kind of writing up. God, I've ruined everything with my poem. I ruined everything last night. Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. I don't mean that like it's a bad thing though. but sometimes I get the impression that she's just totally given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. That's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must really be starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly, like earlier. I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time. Suddenly the door opens. Yuri, I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really. Just Natsuki's neck blew up. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other. Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time. So I'm glad that you took all the time. Sorry, I'm apparently finding it hard to read now. Alright. Thanks, Monica. I suppose I should go get my poem now. But anyway, you want to read my poem now. I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Save me. The colors they want. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue. Endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating. Something. Squeaking, screeching, piercing. God, the glitches have gotten to the poems too. Like playing a chalkboard on a table. Like playing a knife on a breathing ribcage. Endless poem of meaninglessness. Okay. Monica, what are you doing? Sorry, I know it's kind of abstract. I'm just trying to, well, never mind. There's no point in explaining. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when, who am I talking to? Can you hear me? Okay, I'm going to save it right now, Monica. I'm going to save it right here in this empty slot. Okay, return. Can you hear me? Yes, I can hear you. Tell me you can hear me. Anything. Okay. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. I'll help you, Monica. I even clicked the button. Okay, Yuri. Thank you. I forgot that we hadn't shared with you today. Is your neck going to snap as well? I've been waiting for this. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri smiles and takes a deep breath. I like just holding it. I mean, the poem turned out good. It's, well, there's some things that you could work on, but that doesn't really matter. It feels like anything written by you is a treasure. Thank you. Aha, that came out a little awkward. Let's move on. Here's the poem I wrote. You don't have to like it or anything. Wheel. A rotating wheel, turning an axle, grinding, bolt head, linear, gearbox, falling sky. 7 holy stakes, a docked ship, a portal to another world. A thin rope tied to a thick rope. A torn harness. Parabolic gearbox, expanding universe. Time controlled by slipping cogwheels. Existence of God. Swimming with open water in all directions. Drowning. A prayer written in blood. A prayer written in time-devouring snakes with human eyes. A thread connecting all living human eyes. A kaleidoscope of holy stakes. Exponential gearbox. A sky of exploding stars. God disproving the existence of God. A wheel rotating in 6 dimensions, 40 gears, a ticking clock. A clock that ticks 1 second for every rotation of the planet. A clock that ticks 40 times every time a tick every second time. A bolthead of holy stakes tied to the existence of a docked ship to another world. A kaleidoscope of blood written in clocks. A time-devouring prayer connecting a sky of 40 gears and open human eyes in all directions. Breathing gearbox, breathing bolthead, breathing ship, breathing portal. Breathing snakes, breathing God, breathing blood, breathing holy stakes. Breathing human eyes, breathing time, breathing prayer, breathing sky, breathing will. This is the hardest thing I've ever done, is reading with this text and these big boy words. It's a good poem, though. Aha, it doesn't really matter what's about. My mind has been a little hyperactive lately, so I had to take it out on your pen. That is, a pen fell out of your backpack yesterday, so I took it home for safekeeping in. Okay. I just really like the way that it writes. So I wrote this poem with it. Well, thank you, Yuri. I appreciate that. And now you're touching it. Ah, I'm okay. What did I just... Can we pretend this conversation never happened? You can keep the poem, though. You haven't liked a special poem? Would you like to read it? Of course, I love the last one. Things I like about Papa. I like when Papa comes home early. I like when Papa cooks me dinner. I like when Papa gives me allowance. I like when Papa spends time with me. I like when Papa asks me about my friends. I like when Papa asks me about anything. I like when Papa gives me lunch money. And I like when Papa comes home before sundown. I like when Papa cooks. I like when Papa gives me privacy. I like when Papa doesn't tell me how to dress. I like it when Papa doesn't comment on my friends. I like it when Papa doesn't comment on my hobbies. I like it when Papa doesn't come home without waking me up. I like it when Papa keeps food in the house. I like it when Papa uses his inside voice. I like it when Papa leaves my stuff alone. I like when Papa accidentally drops coins in the couch. I like when Papa is too tired to notice me. I like when Papa is too tired for anything. I like when Papa is too tired for anything. You can read a lot into that poem. I guess that's the point. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? We have something we need to go over today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Well, there's Natsuki, so I'm having a better time already. Is that about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. Game? Game? Did you crash? I don't know what's going on. Okay, I guess we didn't crash. Got a little scared there. I don't really do well with last minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? Look, I know everyone's been a little more lively ever since Chad joined and we've started with some club activities. But this isn't the time for us to become complacent. We still only have 4 members, and the festival is only a real chance to find more, you know? What's so great about getting new members anyway? We already have enough to be considered an official club. More members will just mean everything gets noisier and more difficult to manage. Natsuki, I don't think you're looking at it the right way at all. Don't you want to share your passion with as many people as you can? To inspire them to find some feelings that brought you here in the first place. The Literature Club should be a place where people can express themselves like they can't do anywhere else. It should be a place so intimate that you never want to leave. I know you feel that way too. I know we all do. So that's why we should work hard and put something together for the festival, even if it's something small. Right, Chad? Of course. Oh, come on. You can't take advantage of Chad to agree with just because he doesn't know how to say no to anything. Look, Monica, do you really think any of us here joined the club with other people in mind? Yuri never even talked until Chad joined. As for me, I just like it better here than I do at home. And Chad isn't even passionate about literature in the first place. And that's everyone. Sorry, but you're really the only one who's so interested in finding new members. The rest of us are fine like this. I know you're president and all, but you really should consider our opinions for once. Monica's clearly taken aback by Natsuki's words. That's not true at all. I'm sure Yuri and Chad want to get more members too, right? I don't know about Yuri, but I'm kind of indifferent. If I showed as much enthusiasm as Monica wanted, then I would probably be lying. Still, it's up to me to rescue the situation. No. Natsuki's right, isn't she? This club? It's nothing more than a place for a few people to hang out. Why did I think that everyone here saw it the same way as I did? But that doesn't mean that we're against getting new members or anything. Chad, why did you even join the club? What were you hoping to get out of it? Well, that's not really something I can be honest about, is it? In fact, if I remember, you weren't even given a choice not to join. Monica sits down and stares at her desk. What's the point of all this anyway? What if starting this club was a mistake? Now you've done it, Natsuki. What, me? I just spoke my mind. Is it a crime to be honest? It's not about being honest, it's about word choices. Besides, you have no right to speak for everyone else in the club like that. You don't understand at all. I just want a place that feels nice to hang out with a few friends. Is there a problem with the club being that for me? There aren't many other places like that for me. And now Monica wants to take that away from me. She's not taking anything away. No, Chad. It's not the same. I won't be the same with the direction she wants to take it. If I wanted that, then I could just join any other stupid club. But this one, I mean, at least for a little time, Things were nice. Natsuki starts packing up her things. I'm going home. I feel like I don't belong here right now. Natsuki? Natsuki ignores Yuri and walks right out of the classroom. This is bad. I don't know what to do. Well, do you have an opinion on the festival? I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent, I guess. Who cares about the obnoxious brat? Is that how you really feel, Yuri? I mean, like, how nice and quiet club is right now. I'm just happy with you here. But still, I'm the vice president. It's not right for me to ignore my responsibilities like that. Nobody would cry if she killed herself. Now, Yuri, I would feel very bad about that. She's my favorite. I don't know if you know that, but everybody else does. Oh, okay. I should do my best to consider everyone's perspective and make the decision that's right for the club. But anyway, what about you, Chad? What do you want to get out of this club? He repeats the same question as Monica. I decide giving an indirect answer is better than nothing. I think the most important thing is for everyone to get along, and for the club to provide something that you can't get anywhere else. I don't think it's about how many members, but rather the quality of each member. That's why I will end up making the Literature Club a special place. I see. I really agree with you. Each member contributes their own qualities in a special way. With each change in members, the identity of the club as a whole will change too. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Stepping out of your comfort zone once in a while. So if you would like to help Monica with the festival, then I'm on your side as well. Alright. Well, maybe we can all talk to Natsuki tomorrow. Yuri nods. Hey Yuri. I know things were a little awkward yesterday, but I feel like you deserve to know that I still think you're a wonderful vice president and also a wonderful friend. Monica? Oh God, I've clicked too fast again. Okay. Me too. Yes. Let's all go home for today. We'll talk about the festival tomorrow. Okay. I look forward to it. Shall we go, Chad? Please don't take this the wrong way, but I'm going to chat a little bit with Chad before we leave, just to see what he thinks of this time here and all. It's important to me as president. Yuri looks a little troubled, but she doesn't protest. Okay. I trust your judgment, Monica. In that case, I'll see the two of you tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow. Monica waves as Yuri exits the classroom. Phew. Things have been a bit hectic lately, haven't they? Chad, I just wanted to make sure you're enjoying your time at this club. I would really hate to see you unhappy. I feel like I'm responsible for that as president. And I really do care about you, you know? I don't like seeing the other girls give you a hard time. With how mean Natsuki is and everything. And Yuri being a little bit, you know. Sometimes it feels like you and I are the only real people here. You know what I mean? But it's weird because in all the time we've been here, we've hardly gotten to spend any time together. And I mean, I guess it's technically only been a couple days. Sorry, I didn't mean to say something weird. There are just some things I've been hoping to talk about with you. Things I know only you could understand. So that's why. Wait, not yet.